I jumped on the wrong live thing. My bad. I had this preset. I ran slow as a turtle. Look at that beautiful bluebird. C90, how are we doing? Hope all is well. But yes, I jumped on the wrong one. Funny enough. Bitcoin killing it. Your alts are not, which is perfectly fine. Some of your alts are doing fine. XRP's up 5%. You know, Cardano, nothing really, couple percent. This is what we need to see. You know, Bitcoin struggling. You know, where did all those 5.1 billion shorts go at $105,000, $106,000 that I heard from every streamer out there? They're not there. Now they're saying 2.5, something like that. At least what I was reading and hearing this morning at 115,000. Okay, whatever. The shorts get moved constantly. Same with longs. We're seeing a bump in DeSci coins. Yeah, bump. Yes, this is true. You know, many things taking a big breather, even a sell-off. AI and quite a bit of my portfolio. I would say 70, 80% of my portfolio is down, is actually red. So I could care less. That just gives me a 5% cheaper price on certain projects I want to get into, which I did this morning and last night. But the ones that are pumping, you know, nothing huge. It's the concentration's in Bitcoin right now, and that's what we want to see anyways. Get Bitcoin to 108 to 10,000. That'll be easy. You know, the way it's going. I'm not hearing this morning, but I believe it's going to be a volatile week. I was listening to your boy George C90 for about 3 minutes, and then I'm like, oh God, this guy just has no clue. Talking about the numbers last week were strong, going up, inflation ticking up, so the Fed has to lower rates. It's the contrary. Inflation, PPI, CPI goes up, interest rates, the Fed rate goes up or stays where it's at. Yeah, the guy's a fucking retard. Sorry, I hate using that term, but holy shit. The things that come out of his mouth. He's still against Aerodrome and Ondo. I mean, what? Why would you use Aerodrome? You can use Uniswap. What? Are you crazy? That guy will make you exactly 100 and $100. That's about it. Mamta, Verma, Jace. I'm in Illinois. Just went for a run, doing my walk. Got to get back to the house, and my mother-in-law's over do vegan Christmas cookies. About 3,000 of them. They're amazing. Maybe I'll give a box to a lucky winner if I get to 1,000 subscribers. Robots included. Boy, do I have a lot of bots now. Yeah, so do not fret about your altcoins not moving. This is exactly what we want to see. It's nice to have alts go up with it. No. That's a lot of time not the way it works. As C90 pointed out, we're having a bump in DeSci right now, centralized science. And it's going to be an interesting week. I believe, and I've been saying this for days now, since last week, and I could be totally wrong, is I lean towards us getting another 25 bips by the Fed this week and cut. Nothing's for sure. He could certainly pause, even though, you know, it's fairly in the market. But I do believe he'll have somewhat of a hawkish stance. Meaning, he'll say the same old stuff. Our job is not done. I just believe there will be a little bit of hawkish tone in the sense of no rush to do anything with rates. And I'd be willing to bet on that. So that will make the market, could be unfavorable for the market. Just so you know. So you might get good prices this week. We very easily, until then, I believe will be volatile. But if Bitcoin keeps heading up, money will come out of that and go into your alts, most likely. Unless, you know, there's some negativity out there, and then everything will just sell off. Be an animal. Do you eat cat shit for dinner? I do eat cat shit. Thank you, Trother. That's one of my specialties. Yeah, it's quite delicious. What was the person who discovered milking cows doing? Yeah, well, I believe that happened, even though I know you're trolling me, is, 10,000 years ago or so. It didn't start with a cow. So a mother died during childbirth. A mother was killed by something. A toothache. Remember this. Thousands of years ago, even hundreds of years ago, you died from toothaches. You died from infections. Not very long ago. You were gone. That's why you lived till about 20, 30 years old at the most, for the most part. So the baby was left there, nothing to eat. You can't give a baby normal food. So we have these goats that were herding, or sheep, and they started milking that. It certainly was not a cow. Cows are genetically modified. There's no such thing as a cow or a pig or a chicken. They're not real. They have been genetically modified, crossbred through the years to be docile animals, blah, blah, blah. Why can't eggs be vegan? No one is dying, and most eggs just don't do anything. Well, I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, why would you want to eat an egg? It comes out of a hen's pussy asshole. It's called a cloaca. And there's shit on it, there's piss on it, and it's an unfertilized chicken. It's, that's what it is. Why would you? It's disgusting. And they're horribly abused to treat eggs. I'll give you a little bit of egg business here. In the egg industry, you have chickens that are hatched in a hatchery, and they're born, and they're sent on a conveyor belt, the little chicks. The idiot slaughterers in the hatchery turn them upside down. If they're female, they go to one slot, and if they're male, they get chopped up in a grinder or suffocated or drowned. Right there. You can look up the videos. I do videos. You can see on my site. But if they're female, they get sent into either 7 per cage, or if they're so-called cage free. There's no such thing. When do you see chickens roaming outside? They're not. They're in a 20,000 chicken per shed, and they have nowhere to roam. They're just not in a cage, but they're all over each other. That's why. And I don't believe in using any type of animal as a commodity. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm walking right now. Shit can happen. I could be stepping on a bug, My dogs are not vegan. I'm trying to save one of my dogs' life. I would have them be vegan, but, I have to fight my battles. My job is to help spread the word to humans. So, I hope that answers your question. Why can't you just give us good answers and not the honest answers? FW, that's true. All right. Sure, eat the periods. Eat the shit. I'll give you this too. You know what's in your milk? Somatic stem cells. That is pus. Look it up. Shit is in it. Fecal matter. Blood is in it. All that. It's all in every glass of milk. There's a vial of pus in it called somatic stem cells. This is from the dairy industry. Look it up. I'm on these farms all the time in slaughterhouses, so I see it. Anywho, enjoy your milk with cereal. We've got oat milk, soy milk, almond milk, all that shit. Those are not, free of causing pain in the fields like this. When farmers plow the fields for fruits and vegetables that I eat, yes, animals die. I'm doing the best I can. If you're new, subscribe. Wow, I had 20 people on here. Someone asked me a vegan question, and I lose them all. Get it? Nuve, the green and red bunny. Do you hate eggs or what? I eat them. I don't understand that. But even when I did eat flesh of animals, I never liked eggs. I thought it was always disgusting from the time I was a little kid. I'm 52. I always had to force them down me. I just thought they were disgusting. And they're horrible for you. Don't go with the news that they're a perfect thing of cholesterol. The only cholesterol you need is the cholesterol your body produces. When you invite other cholesterol from an animal into your body, a slaughtered animal that would be, that's where your bad cholesterol happens. And then they go on Lipitor and all these medicines to stop your liver from producing, it's a statin. It stops your liver from producing its own cholesterol, yet you still eat a hamburger and a cow and, whatever, and you take in their cholesterol. So that's a pharmaceutical company for you. What do you say to people when they say, well, other animals eat other animals? Okay. Yeah. Lions also come in to a pride and kill their young. Lions also rape other animals. Is that okay for humans to do? So we should mimic a lion. Is that what you're saying? Right? I'm not bitching at you. I'm just giving you the answer. So we can't choose what we're gonna mimic and what we're not gonna mimic. If we're gonna mimic a lion and we want to be a carnivore because they eat other animals, we got to mimic it all. We got to go out, kill an animal with our hands, not with you can't be a cheater and use a bow and arrow or a shotgun from a rifle from 100 yards away and be a big pussy. You got to go and try to catch it. Oh, you're not as fast as a lion, I see. But then when we catch that rabbit, how about a rabbit or a deer? We got to rip it to shreds with our bare hands. And then we got to eat it raw. No cooking. No, we can't be cheaters. So we can't pick and choose that, Yes, humans rape other people, but we're supposed to have a moral compass as humans. And I can tell you this. Take fat Americans for one example. They eat animal flesh like 7 times a day for breakfast. Eggs, cheese on the eggs, butter, glass of milk, bacon, and ham. Right there, that's like 5 things, 5 animal products. No lions doing that. No animals doing that. Lions may eat once every 3 to 4 days. Americans, or humans for that matter, for the most part, unless they're different societies, like in Africa and everything, they might have flesh once a week. Animals eat maybe once every 3-4 days because they usually are not successful with their hunting. So at one point in the human's existence, we needed to eat flesh. There's no doubt. A long time ago. We have all the products that our human body's supposed to eat now. Hope that answers your question. I eat them as well. I got chickens in the backyard. Okay, yep. So you're just using them as a commodity. That's on you. Do what you got to do. Did that answer your question, truther? Not if you get lactose-free milk. No, that's not true. Lactose is nothing. What happens, lactose is still milk. It's still disgusting. The only difference is they take out the lactase, okay? Lactase used to have an enzyme in your gut. White people, Europeans, it's actually an abnormality. It's a mutant gene. Most black people, most Asians, like 95%, most Hispanic people cannot absorb or digest lactose or milk, okay? Because they don't have that enzyme. Once you're done breastfeeding from your mother, if you're lucky enough, I certainly wasn't, because back in the day they pushed formula, and I'm 52. And you had an enzyme that could help you digest your mother's breast milk. Once you're done with that goes away. The whole definition of lactose intolerant is you do not have the enzyme anymore, so they provide it in the lactose-free milk. That's all it is. That just tells you we're not supposed to be breastfeeding from a 1,500-pound species. You're a human. Why are you titty sucking a 1,500-pound breast that has shit in it and everything else I mentioned? That's all. Hope that answers your question, FW, or your comment, I should say. Man, just had a healthy garlic fart. I think I better head back to the house. All right. Had a vegan debate with my brother yesterday. He's vegan. Okay, cool. Awesome, Capper. Nice. I'm not looking to debate here, but I'm just providing answers. I welcome you, and I'm always up for that type of discussion. I take nothing personal. I might get heated about it. It's really not heated. It's passion. You hear, how I roll. And look, yeah, it's actually I misspoke there. It's really a mutation that Europeans have. Now, I haven't had milk for so long. If I went to go drink it now, which I, of course, never would, I probably couldn't digest it because I'm sure that enzyme is gone. That's what happens. I mean, you just have to think about it. The majority of this earth can't consume dairy products. My sister-in-law can't consume dairy products, but she'll eat ice cream by the, like you wouldn't believe it, and lactase milk, lactose free. But listen to your body. Don't you understand? You're not supposed to be having this. If your body says no, listen to it. Get off the tit. Our almond milks, our freaking oat milks taste better. There's no titty juice in it. There's no shit in it. So look it up. It's on the dairy sites. All the stuff I tell you are facts, not vegan crypto's imagination. Also, a lot of people will say, why do we have canine teeth if they shouldn't eat meat? We really don't have canine teeth. Those are canines, but they're for fruit and vegetables, hard fruit and vegetables. Now, there's many things that us as vegans and plants that are not normal as well, meaning like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, stuff like that. It's been genetically modified. Tomatoes, everything. That's okay. Our canines, if you really think they're, just like what I was saying before, if you really think they're for tearing flesh, go try it. Here's one for you. Here's an instinct thing for you. Go to a baby, maybe a year and a half old, put a rabbit in the crib with the baby, and put an apple in the crib with the baby, or a banana, make it easier. If the baby eats the rabbit, let me know. I will renounce my veganism. The instinct is to eat the banana. When you're out and about in the countryside and you see a field of strawberries, fruit and veggies, unless you're, like BitBoy Ben, who never eats a veggie and it's turned off by him. It's just because he's just a hunter steak man. That's different. But your eyes it makes you hungry. That's what you want to eat. When you see a cow in a field, and don't troll me on this, be honest. When you see a cow in the field, and those are factory farm too, and that's about the only animal. Maybe you'll see some baby lambs that they slaughter for your Christmas dinner at about 1, 2, 3 months old. You don't see chickens. Does that make you hungry? Do you look at a cow and go, oh, god damn, I want to just go bite it? So go run up there and bite its ass. See how that works out for you. No. Oh, this aged steak. It's aged for, 90 days. It's just rotting for 90 days. That's all it is. It's rotting. Once you kill an animal, and I go to these slaughterhouses all the time, it's just rot. All your burgers your cheeseburgers from your favorite spots, like whatever they are, Portillo's and Five Guys and all that shit. It's old dairy cows. Dairy cows that are like 4 years old. When they can live to 25, they're spent because they've been milked, genetically modified to produce milk throughout the year, and they can't walk anymore. They're called down cows, DOWN. And they shoot them in the head right there, or they on the farm, or they send them to the slaughterhouse, and they become burgers. So all burgers are nothing more than old, they're very young, but spent dairy cows. I know they're long-winded answers, but none of this is short answer type of stuff. Canines are nothing more than for fruits and vegetables. Just think about it. We could not hunt with our hands and our feet. We were the hunted. We are a virus in that sense. We are not the ultimate species, even though we've killed 75% of all wildlife. I should be talking about crypto here. I'll get to it, I promise. But look in the sky. How many birds do you see? When I was a kid, there were birds constantly. They're mostly gone. So canines are just a load of crap. Look at a chart on the internet showing, canines, teeth, herbivores versus carnivores. You'll see what true canine teeth look like. And we don't have the digestive system, actually. Carnivore digestive system is very short for quick digestion. And then they shit it out within a couple hours. Us, we have very long intestines to absorb healthy foods. And I'm a health fanatic, but I eat vegan junk shit all the time. It's the holidays, man. And I eat vegan junk shit. So I'm not talking about health here, which I'm happy to. But our digestive system is very long. It slowly digests to absorb everything through our intestines, our stomach, then our intestines. carnivores or omnivores like your dog, they crap out pretty quick. Us, if we have meat and cheese and all that, it punctuates and punctures your stomach lining, and so some of it gets into the blood barrier, which is never good. That's called leaky gut. Anywho, but I continue to have this stuff. I'm so right, but hey, look, I'm not here to. I'm here to, do yourself a favor. Go on my site here on YouTube. Watch the movie Dominion. It's for free on YouTube. But before that, watch the Gary Yourofsky speech. He'll articulate it better for me. And then you don't hear it from me. It's an old one. It's a great speech. Just watch it and then get back to me. It's hard. It's a hard habit to break. We've been indoctrinated to eat this stuff we've been forced from a little kid. And I get it. I was an animal activist when I was a kid, and I would be having debates against hunters while I was eating a steak burrito because I just didn't know. Then I saw it, and I still didn't turn vegan. Then I saw it again, and then I sent heaters for the bird flu like 20 years ago to a farm, and bird flu happens every second in this country at these bird farms. And we would send these heaters to these sheds where they had 20, 30,000 birds in them, which they still do. And we raised the heat to kill them all because of the bird flu. Farms are constantly losing that. And birds are only 6 weeks old when you eat them, by the way. That's when they're slaughtered, 6 weeks. Jeff, I have, and it works great for meat. Our babies are, all right. But I'm a bodybuilder now. I know rhinos and elephants are strictly plant-based eaters. Yeah, watch the movie Game Changers on Netflix if you're a bodybuilder. You can get the protein. The protein's actually more absorbable, but you do have to supplement and get more, because if you're a bodybuilder, you need a ridiculous amount of protein, which is very hard on your liver, my brother, and very hard on your kidneys ultimately, so be careful. Watch Game Changers and on Netflix. And there's a lot, look up some vegan bodybuilders. There's quite a few great ones, and they do a good job. What about veal? What about it? Veal is nothing more than a byproduct of the dairy industry. What happens on a dairy farm is the dairy cows, female, usually Holsteins, are put in something called a rape rack. They go on another farm where they have the bulls. They jerk off the bulls, literally jerk them off, get the semen, and go to the female farm, the dairy farm. They stick their hand in their ass up to their shoulder. You've seen this. Then they take a rod, stick it into their cervix, impregnate them. I would call it impregnation forcefully, It's not wanted. They do this with all animals now. Turkeys can't fuck anymore just because they've been so genetically modified. They're huge. Pigs, they do the same thing. And so when the dairy cow has her baby, if it's female, it goes back into line with the mama, and it's going to be oppressed for 2 or 3 years, milked constantly. It's a machine, a milking machine. Barely see sun, no love, no compassion. And then if they have a male cow, what happens on the farm is they hit it on the head with a hammer or a bat, shoot it in the head, throw it in a garbage, throw it in the garbage alive and just let it die all the time. I've seen it a million times. Or it gets sent to the veal farm where it's strapped down for 4 months, can't move because you got to have your tender veal. It's fed milk, and then not allowed to walk, no sunlight. It's in a box, it's in a crate. Then it's 4 months old, it's sent to a slaughterhouse where its throat is slit with no anesthesia, nothing like that. It just slit. You can look it up. So that's veal. It's nothing but a byproduct of the dairy industry. Same with like whey protein and all that shit. It's a byproduct of the dairy industry. It's actually a garbage product from the cheese industry. They kept throwing out all this crap and they called it whey. They're like, let's dry it and turn it into a protein powder. That's whey protein for you, my brother. Herbivores have the digestive system for it. Okay. You don't have a digestive system resembling herbivores. It's exactly like herbivores. We have a monogastric system. We're not hind fermenters. Or, no, I mean, we're not exactly like a cow. We don't have multiple stomachs. But it's clear that we can digest animals. We can. But it hurts us in the long run. You'll have people living to 100 eating meat every day, 10 times a day. I'm not saying it's not gonna, but if you don't have to, why do it, is my point. If you don't have to, and, do you think heart disease is the biggest killer in this country? Do you think that comes from broccoli? Do you think it comes from genetics? It doesn't. I have helped reverse, and I'm not a doctor, reverse some of my friends with heart disease. Some of them have listened, some of them haven't. They just went with the easy route. Dr. Esselstyn, you can look him up, reverses heart disease slows it down within a few weeks, can completely reverse it if it's not too far gone in 3 to 6 months. Very strict. But broccoli, greens, grains, that's not giving you heart disease. Sorry. Sorry, C90. Definitely not a crypto topic here today. What's my point, Professor? We were scientifically unable to break down nutrients from plants, Jeff. Okay. Prove it. Truther, is honey vegan? I'm a little confused about that. No, it's not. What honey is actually bee vomit. What happens is the bees go to plants. You have your worker bees. They go out, they go to the plants, they pollinate, they get it in their stomach, they go back to the hive, and they regurgitate it. That is honey. It's nothing more than bee vomit. So bee vomit and Cheerios. That's what your honey nut Cheerios are. So what we do, so that if you want to eat bee vomit, that's, on you. But why it's not vegan is you're taking it from, they need it for their hive. They need it for the queen. They need it for the baby bees. We need bees. We have no bees, we die. We have no ocean, we die. So when we are taking the honey, we have all these, honey beehivers on their what are they called? Yeah, I can't think of it. So they smoke them. A lot of them die from the smoke, and then we take their honey. And what do we give them? We give them high fructose syrup instead of their honey. That's what we're giving the bees, and we're wondering why the bees are dying in mass numbers. We give them corn syrup, and we take their honey. Is that mental? That's why it's not vegan. And it's bee vomit. Why the fuck would you want to have that when you can have date syrup? Date syrup is fine. Agave. You can have maple syrup, pure maple syrup. I'll never forget when I told my wife years ago that I'm done with honey. That was my last thing to give up because I didn't know. She's like, what the fuck? So, it is what it is. Does that answer your question, Truther? Well, this has turned into a vegan one. Good. If there's any more questions, let me know. Now let's talk about crypto a little bit, but you can keep going on those. Do not fret about your alts not moving. Some of them are moving. This is a good buying opportunity. This whole week is going to be, because we could honestly see it's going to go two ways. It's either going to sell off because of the volatility and what the Fed say, what Jerome Powell says, or mass rally when it comes out of Bitcoin. So, I think all the power is going to be in Bitcoin for a little bit. XRP is moving, but when is XRP going to make its way above $3? It needs a little hype to do that. Eating cornstarch by the pound. Are you being serious? Yep. Too much honey wrecks you as well, not only the beehive. Eating cornstarch. Who's eating that? That's disgusting. I don't see the benefit of that. Are they trying to stop acid reflux or something? What is doing well? Nothing cranking it too much today. Virtuals just, continues to pour it in. Unfortunately, Velo has stopped its rally a little bit. Thought we were going to head up to the 40-cent area. Not happening. You know, Ondo continues to do well. Moonwell making a little leg up. I'm glad I bought more this weekend. I see a new, I swear, okay. I see black folk doing it on YouTube, pure cornstarch, and saying, yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. But hopefully it doesn't hurt them. But it doesn't sound like something good to be putting into your body by that much. What's up? I am him. How are you? If you all are new, even my vegan trollers, go ahead and subscribe. I don't mind the debate at all. I think it kind of annoys my crypto brothers and sisters, but I'm here to talk about anything, not just crypto. You know, if you've been following me for a year, you're up money. And some of these other ones that are selling off now, like Benki and all that, I think they will have their time in the sun. Avalanche has, and Benki is, you know, built upon that. It's a staking liquidity pool. It has not run up, which is very disappointing, but I'm hoping with everything that's going on with Avalanche, it will have its day in the sun because I'm very exposed to it. I am off work today. Just got done for a run. Nice. Just checked the markets and wow, it's going good. Look at the markets. Yes. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, Virtuals is killing it. And it's been doing amazing. Not in it. Wanted to. But I felt like, you know, I don't love buying stuff in a huge run like that. And it's not on CB. But boy, they've just been absolutely killing it over the last month. I mean, in a month, it's up 533%. What are the tokenomics on this bad boy? You know, it's got 1 billion circulating supply. I mean, there's no reason why AOs should not be making its next leg up. I don't understand that. Or certain things just, you know, everything has its time, but boy, the resting period of some of these alts are ridiculous. I mean, even XRP to be not heading up more, and I think it will, is crazy. You know, for it to only be at $2.50 right now with everything that's going on, it's nuts. Cardano, $1.11. I mean, it's just, you know, Ripple dumps on you. Cardano holders dump as well. And you have, you know, 50 billion, 30 billion circulating supply. It doesn't make things easy. Greetings from Bali, Brush, Bash. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. I love Bali. Never been there, but I've always wanted to go there. Got lucky enough to get in right before it took. Oh, good job. No, that's a great one. Me personally, I'd ride the hell out of that. You know, with a lot of my portfolio red, my overall portfolio is up. You know, I'm telling you, DCAing, I always preach, it works. It is so valuable to do when you believe in something, right? And sometimes when you don't believe in something, right? You know, Shadow's the perfect example of that. Proppy I believed in, so I kept DCAing, and it's well into the money. Shadow, believe in the project. Many things that I have issues with in regards to them, but I kept DCAing, I'm in the money. I mean, it's crazy how I'm in the money. I mean, that thing, my first buy on Shadow token is April 21st. I put in like $4,000 at $1.24. Second buy was the same day, $1.26. Just showing you DCAing. Then $1.22. This is all the same day. Then $1.10 the same day. Okay? That's called grabbing a falling knife. Kept going. Bought more, $1.10. Then it was down, making its way down, all the way down to, 60 cents, then 30 cents, and the volume was horrible. I started buying it again at 40, 50, 60 cents when the volume picked up. Lowered my average buy-in because, as I told you, my first buys were like 126, 124. Brought that all the way down. I'm now in the money. And it's got some momentum. Maybe it dies off at $1.20, $1.30, $1.10. But that's okay. It's better than 30 cents. And the likelihood, if we don't have a sell-off for it to go back down there, it's very unlikely. Extremely unlikely. Sorry. I have the phone down like this. I apologize. I'm looking at two phones. Ghost. Hello to you, Ghost. Hope you're well. Waiting for Trump to get in, Gensler to get out. Yes. The lawsuit to be officially closed. And yes, I am hoping, we got to get that. And I'm hoping that kind of doesn't happen until Gensler's out. I could see him trying to smack us in the face one last time. Who knows? If your portfolio is red, usually zoom out. I always zoom out. Hell yeah. Everything's looking, it's the whole thing's not red. It's just majority of it is, 1% to 5%. That's what I mean red. Doesn't mean it's down in the sense of down below where I bought it. It's just the gains I'm getting on the rest of the portfolio is making it go up, the total value. Interestingly enough, DCA is cool, but large context chart shows that even buying the tops of Bitcoin, you end up positive. Oh yeah, of course. I don't care where you buy Bitcoin. You're going to end up being fine if you can just hold. But my strategy is to kill it now. Bear market, which we will have. I buy a shitload of Bitcoin. And we'll see about the alts then. That my allocation will probably be 90% Bitcoin when we eventually, this market ends. If you only bought the highs. Yes. Big facts. If you believe in the project community, just be patient. Trump is making big moves. I agree with that. FOMO much? Amused. Yes. We cannot, we never panic buy. We never panic sell. We never buy with our heart. We never hold with our heart because we love a community so much. Community is important for price appreciation. But if you take the XRP community, which I'm not part of, but I own a shitload of it at 17 cents, I look at their stuff on Twitter and I think it's absolutely ludicrous. I just joined Twitter a month ago. Never was on it. And I don't like posting on it. I'm just kind of getting info on it. But that XRP community is nuts in regards to thinking where it's going to go. It is not going to do what any of them think. So, community is great, but they're certainly not pumping the price. They're waiting for the real people to pump the price. XRP community can't pump it. They don't have the buying power. So, they're a hype. They're everything that's wrong with and right with the community. What's right with them is they're passionate and they're holders and they're buyers. What's wrong with it is none of them will probably sell, and they believe it's going to be way more important than it will ever be. It's just a crypto. It's a means to financial freedom. That's all XRP is. That's all any of this shit is. There's only one store of value, and I'm not a maxi at all, and that's Bitcoin. The rest of it will make us a shitload of money, and that's all we care about. People, idiots like George from Cryptos R Us against Ando and Arrow and all that shit. It goes, or stupid Wendy. Sorry, but I mean, these people are just, they blow me away. Talking about, I don't believe in this. This is against decentralization and all that. Who cares? Decentralization is never going to happen. You try to be decentralized. You've seen the turmoil that's been going on with crypto from the beginning. Now things are turning around favorably because regulation's coming in. Most likely. Or someone who's finally pro-crypto and wants to be the leader, the leading nation in it. You got to play within the system. That's why I always invested in XRP. That's why I was the first person that I knew on YouTube to buy Ando at 21 cents, 27 cents, 21 cents is my big buys. Then I hear people coming on talking about Ando, like Joshua Jake, who's the biggest Ando bull on YouTube and everywhere, who was against it. He says he was for it, but he was against it. Then you hear them talking about it and buying it. I'm not saying I was the first in this. I'm the first that I knew of. I just liked it because it played within the system. You got to play within the system. Like I always say, do not bet or invest with your heart. If you're sports teams playing someone who's going to kick their ass, you don't bet on your sports team. You bet against them. Anywho. What do we got? Buying the current highs because it's going up long term, but it can bounce overall. I would definitely not be buying Bitcoin here. I think you'll win, but no thank you. Too much money. I'll do much better somewhere else. But my Bitcoin at 1,000, 3,000, and 8,000 is doing just fine. Never selling it. Did you look at our project yet? It was originally created by John McAfee. True Freedom of Choice Privacy Project. True to Crypto Fundamentals. True Freedom. Maybe you asked me about this before. I don't know. Bear with me. I don't see it. I see true. I don't see true anything saying true freedom. I see freedom. Is it freedom? Launched in 2020. Battle tested. Stardy. Placeholder ERC20 token. Now full chain with VPN. Polygon bridge with wrapped Ghost on Polygon. We're underground. We're growing every day. It's still very early. I like it. Can I sit on it? Bo, what are you talking about? Bo, what are you talking about? Bo Dragon sitting on. Do you think Bitcoin is good? I think Bitcoin is amazing. I think Bitcoin is the greatest investment ever brought to human existence. And I'm not a maxi. I don't have enough of it. I have a couple. But I'm making my real money in the alts this run. But I love Bitcoin. I would not be recommending buying it from here for anyone. It's too high. Bro, where are you from? I'm from Illinois. Knowledge purpose. Guys, if you're new here, subscribe if you would. Oh, it's really called Ghost Privacy. Oh, okay. Ghost Privacy. Not coming up. Put the acronym in the chat when we're done. I mean, I see Ghost. I mean, at like 6 cents. And I'm just looking on Coinbase. I'm trying to do this with two hands. Is this Virginia? No, this is Illinois. Okay, cool. Welcome, Knowledge. Thanks for subscribing. It's on CoinGecko. Okay, I'll check it out. I just can't do it with my hand. Here, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. CoinGecko. Okay. GHO. What's the price? Because there's a bunch of ghosts. There's a down 5%. Is it six pennies? That's Ghost I see on CoinGecko. Max supply of 55 million. Is that right? I'll have to check it out. Chart is ugly because hype was too real, and it was just a placeholder token on ETH. Now we're full chain, doing a marathon by Diddy's Ball, Giannis. It's the one that's 6 cents. Yeah, okay. This one right here. What do you, if that's the one, what do you do for them? What do you do for Ghost? You got to try to get yourself on some Coinbase or Kraken or something like that. I'm on the team. Secret recipe. Nice. Well, congratulations. Keep it up. I'll look deeper into the project. Yeah, reach out to me. Happy to look into it. And once I learn a little bit about it, happy to talk about things. I like the tokenomics you have. I like the volume. Trading volume. Is that 5,000 volume? No, it's got to be more than that. Beef tallow. Please stop eating lubricant and seed oil. Poison. Yeah. Seed oils are poison except for flax oil. Flax oil is actually anti-inflammatory. It's the only oil that is. All the others are shits. Chia oil is okay too. It has to be refrigerated, but that actually is extremely high in omega-3s. Cold-pressed flax oil. Actually, if you up your omega-3s, if you guys have an autoimmune disease, I cured mine. Dr. Brooke Goldner, you can look her up. Cured her lupus 18 years ago. She was on death's door, told she could never have a kid. Her and her husband, who wasn't vegan, she was vegetarian, horribly sick, diagnosed with lupus at 16 years old, on chemo drugs, you name it, having strokes at 18 years old. They figured out something by luck, by chance, when she got married to him and went on her honeymoon because she wanted to lose weight. Next thing you know, she has helped over 3,000 people cure their autoimmune disease. Lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, you name it. Some early cases of multiple sclerosis, heart disease for sure. All you got to do is eliminate all the toxins in regards to animal products and even vegan bad products, and you have to be very serious and go raw and up your omega-3s, because in those seed oils we get those high omega-6s. So you're right, that's poison. Beef tallow is disgusting though, and it's not for human consumption. Can't imagine how you would like eating beef tallow, but to each his own. If you like eating the fat, you like eating the fat. Appreciate you. We're trying to always add value to it. A lot of Ghost is traded over the counter. It can be public or private. If it's private, you won't see its volume. Okay, it is volume. What's up, Scripps? That makes sense. Yeah, I'll check it out. It's good to have you on the stream. What questions you guys have before I make my way to the car? Anything good? I like what I'm seeing in the market. This is like, as I said over the weekend, we are gonna hit 105,000. I actually know a thing or two. Yeah, the volume, yeah, and here it says like 3.8K Ghost. So that's, I understand if you're not seeing it. You gonna try to get on a central exchange, or is that gonna be too hard? So keep an eye on the Fed meeting this week. I will be all over here, don't worry. That's significant. Also significant is Bitcoin keep going up. 110K will be huge for us. Money come out, go into alts. But we can't have a bad Fed meeting, meaning we need the 25 basis points and we need them to be dovish. I just think Jerome Powell's going to be hawkish, or cautiously cautious. He's going to be very cautious with the warm readings and some hot readings we had last week. What else? Anything else good? Anything? 107,000 right now, guys. I think that's going to be a hard thing to hold unless we really break up. And remember, we go up hard, there's going to be should be a nice sell-off. But what I'm hoping is, if we're expected Wednesday, kind of a hawkish talk, and we're going to have a sell-off, hopefully before then, we've got a chance to get some money out of Bitcoin into our alts, to get your alts up 10%, 15%, 20% before the Fed meeting. Don't know if that's going to happen. Right now it's not. But what is going up is Moonwell. I've been preaching about Moonwell for a while, guys. And I keep adding to it. I have brought my average cost from below 3 cents up to 5 cents. That's okay. I think that'll have its day in the sun. I really do. What about CMOS? Don't know CMOS. I'll take a look at it. We're on the same exchange, but our wrap token is on Polygon Uniswap, which is one of the best exchanges. Gotcha. There's no sun, Josie, because it is December in Illinois. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, it was like 0 degrees. Today it's like 39. Right? Does that seem normal to you? No, it's crazy. So no sun, wintertime, not happening. I can't believe it was like this. The fog this morning was ridiculous. But that's the weather, how the weather pattern is now. One day it's 0, the next day it's 40. That's not normal. CMOS I'm just not familiar with. Let's see if I can look that up. Oh, is that a token or is that are you asking me about CMOS? As a food. Because I don't eat that. I mean, I have seaweed here and there for iodine and omega-3s, a little bit, but really flax and other stuff. Yes. So, what I did see over the weekend, guys, is volume down quite a bit. I haven't seen those levels in a while, since before election day, 150 million. That's not what we want to see. That is an indicator, though. When on my short stream yesterday, I said I thought we would hit 105K. I wasn't happy with the volume. That just shows interest is here still with us, and there's newer. I'm getting messages from newer and newer people, which I love. But the influx has not come at all. We're not close to there. CMOS, the food. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I never had it as far as I know, but sometimes we'll have seaweed or something like that. I don't really like it that much. For iodine, like I said, because where people get their iodine who are weed animals and everything, they actually get iodine from salt, like I do, when it's iodinized salt, and you actually get it from the milk you drink, because what they do is they spray the udders and the equipment with iodine, so that's how you get your iodine. But yeah, CMOS don't recall having it, to be honest with you. I'm just not a huge lover of what comes from the sea, and the reason fishy tastes fishy to y'all is because of what they eat. They eat algae. The omega-3s they get are from the plants they eat. So we can do that. And the freedom of choice between fully public and completely anonymous transactions. Okay. Ghost is cool because we have the APYs, VPN, Polygon Bridge, wrap token, hot staking pool, staking, and anonymous staking, 20K plus holders. That's great. Keep building. I like what I'm seeing. Very good. Only thing I like from the sea is salty seaweed. Yeah, I just get sick of it. I like it when I have vegan sushi and stuff, and we'll make sushi at home. Vegan sushi, obviously. I used to eat a lot of sushi before I went vegan, and holy cow, I got sick once. It was the worst feeling, one of the worst feelings ever. Oh, back to the car. It looks cold as if they're in Arizona for the time being. It's cold, but yeah, no, today's hot compared to what it was. It's actually 48, which is crazy. Like I said, it was 0 the other day. That is the craziness of the environmental change. Just so you know, my new people, I am not a hippie. I am not a dippy, a pacifist. I prefer not to have war, but I only speak up for the innocent. If you're not innocent, you get what's coming to you. So I'm not you on this channel thinking that I'm some hippie dippy vegan. It's not the case. I'm pretty aggressive, and that is how I roll. You get an unbiased opinion from me. I look at both sides. I was not vegan forever. I used to not even understand how someone could be vegetarian. It made no sense to me. My mom was. They're now vegan because of me. But anywho, I'm 52. I've been in the markets a long time, not just crypto, everything. I'm here. I started this channel. As you can tell, I'm not shilling anything. I mean, there's some sponsors that I've been asked to, many sponsors I've turned down. Some, if I know of a project and they reach out to me and it's good, I would talk about it or sponsor. But at this point, I will never ask anything from you guys. I'm doing this because I'm not a YouTuber. I started this channel to help people who are newer or people who've been around and want an honest person and an honest point of view from someone who has made millions, lost millions, and made then even more. You can't just know about crypto. You have to be diversified. You have to know about what's going on, period, in the world, in equities. You don't have to go down the dark hole of like blockchain basement and conspiracy crap. That channel will do you no good. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. 54, nice. Who did you vote for? It says a lot about people nowadays. I voted for, normally back in the day, no one would ask that question, but I'll answer it. I voted for RFK. I think Trump is a horrible, horrible person, but I think he will do good for us. But I think I've used to work with the Trump organization. But if he does good, I looked at it this way: if he does good for me, I won't be upset. But he's a lunatic. Harris was as well. She was, the Democrats have gone crazy and the Republicans have gone even crazier, but they're both crazy. For us, financially, the Republicans would be better, but they're not good. I hate both parties, so I voted for RFK. I was allowed to do that in Illinois, which was wonderful. So I voted for him as a protest vote because if RFK wasn't on the ticket, it would have been my first time as a 52-year-old not to vote. I would not have voted for Trump. I would not have voted for Harris. The way they threw Harris in there, the Democrats, and sued RFK was crazy. So I'm surprised that Trump is actually talking about crypto and everything. I think it's wonderful. It's going to be great for us financially, but he's not a good person. Don't fool yourself. He's a horrible human being. And so is Elon Musk. And just look at what he does, Neuralink. He might be a genius, but he's an evil genius, I'm telling you. I'm following him a long time. And but the Democrats have lost their way. They don't want you to be successful in crypto. This is the two things about both parties. They don't want you to be successful about crypto because then you get your financial freedom and you go to the next class and you become a Republican if you get financial freedom, right? Because of lower taxes and all that stuff. That's what the Democrats game is. And also, they're now the party of not having freedom of speech. They used to be the party of freedom of speech. The Republicans have gone against the woke, which I'm for. I think being awakened to injustice is great, but cancel culture, all that shit is ridiculous. And I think the Republicans have gone crazy right, and not my bag. I'm a middle path guy, like the Buddha. I take the middle path. Not too far left, not too far right. And I believe both parties hide the truth from you. That's what this channel is about. So you go to my channel on YouTube, please watch the Gary Yourofsky speech. It's free on my channel on YouTube. There's a link. Look at this idiot. Watch that video. Don't listen to it. Watch it and listen, and then watch Dominion. Let me know how much you can get to. If I have 100 or so people watch that, I'll do a giveaway. I'm going to give away like 10,000 Ghost tokens from Ghost, right? I'm just joking. On RFK and Elon guiding Trump. Well, we'll see. I don't think Trump really listens to many people. I think, I think RFK has good views, but he's crazy in other. But to me, he was a better choice. I like what he says about the pharma situation, but I don't like that he's a hunter. I don't like some of the bullshit that he spews. He's definitely not an anti-vaxxer. So I've been an RFK fan. But there's a lot of he doesn't know when does Trump either. If they could learn that a little bit, they'd be better off. But the Democrats sued RFK over and over again. They wouldn't give him, Joe Biden wouldn't give him Secret Service, which is horrible, forever. And he got attacked multiple times. So it's a crazy, crazy thing. Both parties to me are horrible, that we only have 2 parties in this country. But that's the way it'll always be. Nothing we can do about it. But I will tell you, I believe financially it should be a good year for us if Trump does what he says he's going to do. Trump is 1,000% different this time. He's learned and he's grown. Recent interview. Yeah, I'm hoping you're right. But you can't, a leopard can't change their spots, bro. You are who you are. He's never been a good person. You got to look up his... He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. He's out for himself. He might try to do good for the country. I believe he'll have those intentions, but ultimately, Trump is Trump. Look up. Come on. Look how he talks. Divisive and everything. So I mean, don't fool yourself. If he does, I looked at it this way. If he won, I was secretly wanting him to win because I could not stand Harris, and I could not stand the Biden administration, what they did, and I voted for Biden. Because last time, and the time before that, I voted for Clinton because to me it was the best of 2 evils. And I think I'm not a Hillary Clinton fan, nor was I a Joe Biden fan. But Trump was an evil person. He'd be a dictator if he could. He might be different this time. I'm hoping he's more towards the center because he only has this term. But it's not about Trump. It's Trumpism. The country is forever changed, and I'm just hoping we can be unified. But that's impossible. We're humans. A recent interview, the lady. Okay. 2-party system is strictly out of control. I went back to the 70s on his content. He was defensive because he was attacked every day. I think he's truly changed. Okay. No, he has. Okay. We'll just agree to disagree. I'm hoping he does good for the country. Okay. But his ego, he's got such a big ego and he's a compulsive liar. It's tough. But I'm hoping you're right. That's why I'm not upset that he's the president. I'm not upset because I know financially it's going to do incredible for me. But I will tell you this. Crypto under Biden was horrible, but we got cheap prices covered because of it. But you know what did incredible? My 401k went up hundreds of thousands of dollars in 1 year. And since he took over, Biden, it did great. Initially, it crashed because of the whole COVID thing. I'm hoping he does great for us. I'm behind the president. As long as he's a good person, and I'm just talking about to the American people and isn't too crazy and doesn't sell us out and all that, I'll be good. He doesn't go too crazy with the tariffs. He tries to get manufacturing here again like he did his first term. First term was off to, if he kept his mouth shut and wasn't a baby and all that, he would do a lot of great things. He's just out of control. You got to look at the stuff from the 80s of what he did with Roy Cohn. That was his mentor, a mob boss lawyer. Look at what he did with Koch, Edward Koch, mayor in the early 80s. How he didn't pay for this, he didn't pay for that, and how he screwed over contractors for the ice skating rink. Look at all that stuff. It's all true. I can tell you Trump Towers that I worked on exclusively with every contractor there and the Trump organization. He didn't pay half of them. So he's just like, sue me. We only unify under hate. That's true, Capardai. It's like what I said years ago. What will bring us together as a country will probably be another horrible attack on us. God forbid. And I don't want that. He wants to go back to when times were different. But great. That's all I want too. I want nothing but the greatest things for our country. Holy cow, I'm down to one person. So I'll leave you with this. Keep a close eye on the market. Be careful. It could be volatile. My hope is Bitcoin goes up more. Money comes out and goes into alts before this Fed meeting. I just think we're going to be uneasy with this Fed meeting coming up. So just be careful. Have the dry powder. Do all the rules that we always talk about. All our rules that will create greatness for all of us. Know when to sell, but now's the time to be buying. And keep a close eye on things. You might get cheaper prices this week, but don't. Hi, Bivar. I'm bailing out now. I gotta run. Subscribe. I haven't seen you before. Subscribe if you will. And we're all gonna be good. Everything's gonna turn out good. Subscribe, leave comments. I'll talk about whatever you want. I'll be back soon. No, thank you, Fresh. I'll talk to you guys soon. Comment. I'm happy to discuss what you want, but the market's looking good. Have your money ready. Have your money